Today we're looking at why December is the best time to apply for the limited edition mirror card, especially if you want 3 years worth of credits. For most cards of a ton of credits, timing matters, and this card with a lot of them, if not the most, is no exception. We'll look at the general strategy, how to use the credits, and things to watch out for. Also for liability purposes, I will be speaking generalities, but I am a fan of the card. Big favor before we dive in is to give this a thumbs up to help with the algorithm. If you know someone that might benefit, then share this with them. Okay, so what's going on here and why does it work? If you pick up the card right now, let's say December 16th, then your first year is December 16th, 2025 to December 15th, 2026. So that's your first year, but you generally have about 30 days to downgrade or cancel to still get a full refund. So in our case, based off these dates, you have until January 14th, 2027 and change the dates as needed. The reason December works and matters is because you have a lot of coverage. That one annual fee is covering 2 weeks of 2025, the whole of 2026, and 2 weeks of 2027. A lot of credits don't follow the card member year, but are either based off the calendar year, quarterly, or some other cadence. Okay, so let's get a bit more tactical and get into the numbers for 2025. Again, for liability purposes, so this video doesn't get taken down, annual fee that we're working off of is about $900 plus or minus $5. So can we get enough value from the credits for the math to work? Okay, so let's say you apply for the card or upgrade to the card, you generally get it in about 2 days. Depending on when you do this, you have about 10 to 14 days to use the credits. This includes the December credits, the Q4 credits, the second half of 2025 credits, and also the annual 2025 credits. There is a lot going on here, especially if you are new to the card, and if it is a bit confusing, I'll put a checklist down below that we can go through each of the credits and also how I would use them. Speed running through it though, the rideshare credit is $15 per month, but you also get a $20 bonus for December. I would add this to your account and it's automatically going to load, and then just use it before the end of the year. If you use rideshare, then this credit's pretty easy to use. The next thing I would do is book a hotel using their portal. You get up to 300 every half year here, and it has to be through their 2 programs. Note that you don't have to travel by the end of the year. You can book by the end of the year, and it can be travel for, let's say, next summer. If you are booking into the future, I'd make sure it's something you're comfortable locking in and you don't expect to change. Main reason being that historically they do claw it back if you do cancel, so just be careful. If you're staying in the US, your best bets are going to be Vegas or other cities like Portland. For us, Vegas is a great option because we can do workations and pretty much just work during the day and then eat lunch and relax after. One of my favorite options that I've showcased on the Sebby Funk channel is Palazzo. It does depend on timing and what conferences are running, but I'd look into Fontainebleau, Cosmo, Bellagio, Palazzo, and maybe even Wynn and Crockford's depending on your vibe. In my experience, those tend to be the cheapest ones, but again, depends on timing. Next, then make a dinner reservation using their portal. It's up to $400 per year and up to $100 per quarter. For example, during our last trip, we ended up going to Zuma, which is in Cosmo, and we ended up doing the omakase. Note that you can use multiple cards if you do have multiple that have credits. Otherwise, if you are in a major city, then there's a ton of options. For the airline fee credit at Select United, and it's up to $200 per year, and United's probably the easiest one. Otherwise, Southwest also works and not too hard there. I'll put a blog post down below that will link to other data points that are publicly available. That way I'm not going to get in trouble for spoon feeding. If you're into basketball, then this is Tim Duncan's signature move. For the digital entertainment credit, select the one that makes sense for you. For me and a lot of people, Disney Plus bundle ends up being the best move. Moving on to their athletic wear partnership, I'd probably just buy shorts, which are super comfortable, or buy pants. Depending on the style you select, some of them even work as dress pants or work pants. Also, if you don't want to pay full price, they do have a sales section, so if you're deal hunting, then that's the move. This is one of my go-to brands and pretty much the only pants I wear. I'll link to some of my favorite items down below, but they're great for lounging, working out, or going to work. Next up is their department store partnership, and here either give it to player 2 or buy something for yourself at Zapp's. It could be cologne, it could be face cream, a lot of different options, and oftentimes it's the same price as if you were to buy directly. In total, for that 2 weeks of 2025, you have up to $785 intangible credits that are pretty usable. Obviously, discount is necessary or remove ones that you won't use, but there's still a lot of viable ones. Also, there are credits beyond this, but those ones feel a bit iffier. But yeah, otherwise, if you or your friend goes to Equinox, then swap in your card and that's fine. Going into 2026, the numbers get even higher. Even if we just focus on the core ones, you're still getting a lot. For the rideshare one, for the whole year, you're getting up to $200 total. Hotel is up to $600, so it's $300 semi-annually. Dining is up to $400. Airline fee is up to $200. Digital entertainment is up to 300, athletic wear one is up to 300, and the shopping partner is also up to 100. The total here for 2026 is up to 2100 in viable, tangible credits. We're still on that first annual fee, and the math is going to be in a lot of people's favor. 2027 is a bit weird. Timing's kind of similar to right now, where you only have about 2 weeks, but it's towards the front of the year. The only difference is up to 15 instead of up to 35 for rideshare, and the total for that 2 weeks is up to 765. Adding all of this up, the numbers look pretty absurd. December 2025 plus whole of 2026 plus January 2027, 785 plus 2100 plus up to 765, so up to 3,650 for that about $900 annual fee. It depends on you, but the numbers are pretty good across the board. Even if you discount it by 75%, so 25% of the fair market value, you're at about break even, but you're getting other benefits on top. That includes lounge access, the intro bonus, hotel status, and the other credits that we didn't even cover yet. If you're debating the card and you're not sure if you want to keep it, then December is the best time to get it, given how the math works. If you want to run the numbers for your situation and mark down certain credits, we do have a calculator that's on our site. It should pop up if you search card name worth it AskSebby. On that note, if you want to learn more about cards and you want to support the channel, we have links on the website AskSebby.com and also down below in the description box. Make sure the links are competitive, that they make sense for you, but otherwise, using those links is a huge way to support the channel, so thank you in advance. Okay, let's talk about the other credits. It's not that they're bad or don't have value, but they're a bit tougher. For example, one credit I really like is the clear one, and I've gotten a lot of value from it. At the same time, there's not really a time component because once you pay for it, you have it for a year. I guess you could get it for yourself, and then next year in 2 weeks, you could get it for player 2. It depends on airport, but it's been surprisingly useful, and I feel like the meta has shifted for airports. For places like SFO, most people have pre-check, so that's actually a longer line now. What I've noticed pretty much flying every month of Mandy is that I get through security faster than she does. She's using clear and then pre-check, and I'm using clear and standard. Maybe it's when we fly or the timing, but every time that we've flown, I've gone through before she has for 2025. If anything, I feel like the value prop of clear is what pre-check was 10 years ago. One that I don't really count because I don't really use is the Walmart Plus one. I have heard great things though from people that live in suburbs who do pickup or who get groceries delivered. So it doesn't sound like it's actually bad at all. It sounds pretty useful, but I don't use it. I haven't used it, so I don't really value it. I guess I could do food deliveries, but oftentimes I just walk to Trader Joe's and that's been more convenient. I do feel like Walmart has to be cheaper though, so that probably makes more sense. Equinox is a tough one depending on your friend group and whether you go to Equinox. If you don't, your friends don't, and your relatives don't, then probably zero value. The Aura Ring credit's a bit tough depending on if you care. So I've been a long time user of Aura, but it's not for everyone. Also, especially for workouts and other things, you may be happier with a Whoop or an Apple Watch or some other device. I have my Aura Ring by the bed because I mostly use it for sleep. If you get value from these credits, then add them back in, but for a lot of people, they're a bit tougher. Given that for some people, your numbers are going to be way higher. For most people though, you're still in a pretty good spot, about 800, 2100, and 800 again for that one annual fee. Even if you take out half of these, you're still way above the annual fee, and that's not counting the other benefits. Also, even if you don't actively use these, your player 2 or your family might want to. For example, if I didn't like Lululemon, I could easily buy yoga pants for Mandy. I do like them though, so it doesn't really hurt, and maybe it's a San Francisco thing, but I feel like they're the default pants. Fitness trackers and supplements and biohacking stuff is par for the course and pretty normal. If anything, other friends are even more adventurous with things like peptides right now. Another example is levels, so here's me with a patch and also a basketball, and function health and an 8 sleep, just pretty par for the course. So yes, a lot of the credits feel very random, but other ones are very targeted. Main takeaway, if you can use the credits, if you value them, then there are a lot of them that can be useful, and it could be well worth the annual fee. If not, if you don't like them, if they feel forced, then don't get the card, it's not for you. It's pretty much just a math equation and has to make sense for you. Run the numbers for your situation. It should pop up if you search card name worth it AskSebby. Again, if you want to learn more about cards, we have links on the website AskSebby.com and also down below in the description box. If you made it to this point, leave a mirror emoji in the comments down below, and I'll try to heart it and also respond. 3 questions. Number 1, which credits do you value? Number 2, how are you using them? And number 3, are there any cards that you're stacking? Let me know and everyone else know in the comments down below. Big favorite thumbs up, share this, but otherwise hope you liked it. See you next time.